Namaskar and good morning to all my dear children. I am your Brahmanan sir. In this video, we are going to discuss about the new chapter, that is water, a precious resource. Jal hai to kal hai. Isn't it? Water is a very important resource that we can't live without water, isn't it? But in this video, we are going to discuss about some important factors or important points. The first one is availability of water on earth and different forms of water. Define water table, I mean definition of water table or what is meant by water table and groundwater, okay, and factors that lead to the depletion of water table. Okay, these 4 points we are going to discuss in this session, students. And first thing what we have, that is availability of water on earth. See students, the earth is a planet and it is called as blue planet. Earth is called as blue planet. Can you guess why it is called as blue planet? Yes, because of total 71% of water is present on the earth. Total 71% of water is present on the earth, and remaining 29% is earth, students. Remaining 29% is earth. See here, in this 71%, suppose this is the 71% of water. Okay, in this 71% of water, the total 97% of water is saline water. What is it, children? The total 71%. In the total 71% of water, the 97%. Suppose assume that this is the 71% of water. Okay, here the 97% of water is saline. Saline ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ರಿ sir? That is salt water. Okay, minerals etc. ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರ್ತವೆ sir. And that is called as salt water. And that water is not useful for our bathing and household usage and agriculture and as well as industries. That saline water is not useful for us for doing anything. Sir, ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಲಕ್ಕೂ use illa that salt water. Why sir? Because that salt water is hard water. Okay, suppose cloth washing ಅನ್ನು ಬರಬಹುದಲ್ರಿ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು ನೀವು, because that salt water is very hard, so that it doesn't give the foam. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ ಬುರ್ಗ ಅಂತೀವಲ್ರಿ, ಬುರ್ಗ ಬರಂಗಿಲ್ರಿ. That is fresh cloths ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ರಿ because of saline water. Okay, the total remaining is 3% of water. Okay, remaining 3% of water is fresh water, children. Remaining 3% is fresh water. Okay sir, 3% is fresh water, but in this 3%, the maximum amount of water is frozen in the polar ice caps. Okay sir, ice agibittalli polar at the end of the earth, isn't it? At that place, total amount or a maximum amount of this fresh water, it is frozen in the, I mean ice. It has become ice in the polar ice caps at the poles of the earth, and remaining only 0.006% of water is useful for consumption. Useful water for consumption. Are you getting my point? See here, so total earth hadri. Okay, earth is a planet. Here it is called as blue planet, and total 71% of water is there. Total 71%, sir. But 21%, 29% of earth is there, sir. Ashto janaka bari useful agtade, sir. Okay, In that 71%, maximum that is 97% of water is saline water. I have told you this saline water is salt water and it is not useful for anything. Anything ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೂ ಯೂಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ಹೌಸ್ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಫಾರ್ ಬಾತಿಂಗ್, ಓಕೆ, or industries use it. This total water is waste. Saline water is waste. And remaining 3% of water is fresh water. Remaining 3% of water is fresh water. But in the maximum amount of 3%, the total or maximum amount, that is 2.994%. 2.994% of water is frozen. I mean, it has become ice in the polar ice caps. And the remaining 0.006% of water is available on the earth for consumption. And this amount of water is useful. Now, assume that children, here we have 29% of earth or land, isn't it? Here 29% of land is there. For 29% of land, only 0.006% of water is available. Are you getting my point? I mean, that is, here the water resource is decreasing, I mean depleting or a depletion. Why? Because of population increase, whatever it may be. I will talk about that later on. Okay, and this is the availability of water on the earth. And the next point we have, children, that is, so if it is not clear, sir, the availability of water in a clear, I will assume that okay, this is the earth and this is the, assume that this is this percentage or this much is land. Okay, and this is 71% of water. Okay, it's approximately 71% of water. So istu neerav sir, iste artha sir, I mean iste land sir. Okay, so in that total 97% of water is saline water, that is not useful, and remaining 3% of fresh water is there. Remaining 3% is fresh water, and in that 3% is frozen. Okay, remaining 3% is frozen in the ice caps or polar ice caps, and the remaining 0.006. See here how much it is. It is exactly 4 to 5 or 6 drops of water according to this, or 1 spoon of water, or else 1 spoon of water, and this much of water is available for this much of land. Is it clear, children? Is it clear? Okay, and the next point we have, that is different forms of water. What are the different forms of water? Yes, children, that is solid, liquid, and gas. Solid, liquid, and gas, whatever it means. Solid, gas, and liquid. See here, sir, water is solid. Yes, sir. That water is in the form of solid is called as ice, isn't it, sir? Ice anta karitivi. The water in the form of solid, that is called as ice, and that ice is present in the polar ice caps. Okay, and then whether water is in the form of gas, yes sir, and that is called as water vapor, children, and that is called as water vapor, isn't it, or a steam, or else we can call it as a steam. And third one is liquid. The liquid form of water is called as water, children, and this is the purest form. Okay, is it clear? There are three different forms of water. First one is solid. The solid is called as, the solid form of water is called as ice, and that is present in the polar ice caps. Then second one we have, that is gas. The gaseous form of water is called as water vapor or a steam. Then third one we have liquid form, and the liquid form of water is called as, children, water. Isn't it? Yes. Then, sir, have you heard water cycle? Sir, have you, I think you have learned in the previous class, that is in the 6th standard, water cycle. What is meant by this? Can you give me the answer? What is meant by water cycle? Sir, simple, sir. Water cycle is a natural process. It's the natural process. In that, the circulation of water from the land to the sky, and again from sky to the land. Sir, yes, this is a circulation. It's a cycle process. In the 6th standard, I have explained you. Okay, water cycle is a natural process. By evaporation, isn't it? By evaporation process, all the seawater or by transpiration method also, the water from the plants as well as from the rivers or wells, and those water is evaporated to sky. Okay, I mean upside, and that water is became in a water droplets forms, I mean clouds agi form ಆಗ್ತವೆ, and that water is again reached to the land, and that in the form of rain, students, and that is called as water cycle. Okay, or else we can define in a simpler form is, it's a natural process. It's the circulation of water from the land to the sky, again returning from sky to the land. Isn't it, children? Okay, see here, this water or a rainwater, rain bartasa, okay, that rainwater is completely not flow towards the seas or rivers, okay, and that water is, or some amount of water is absorbed by the soil. Are you getting my point? Sir, ivaga mali bartade, sir. Okay, the rain will come, and that rain will flow, all the water from the rain will flow towards the sea anta heltiri. No, sir, only little amount of water is flow towards the sea or a river, but the minimum amount of the minimum amount of rainwater is absorbed by the soil, and that absorbed water is called as groundwater, children. And that absorbed by the soil, I mean water absorbed by the soil, is called as groundwater. So I will write the definition. Rainwater absorbed by the soil. Not the total amount of rainwater is absorbed by the soil. Some amount of water is flow towards the streams, rivers, seas, etc., etc. But little amount of rainwater is absorbed by the soil. Okay, and that water is called as groundwater, children. That is called as groundwater. It is very important, and this groundwater is one of the important freshwater resource. Okay, and this groundwater is having one of the freshwater resource, and it is called as an important resource of fresh water. Is it clear, children? Okay. Sir, where this groundwater is present? Sir, ellirta sir groundwater helidralri. Okay, you have told that this groundwater is very fresh water. Also, you have told that where the groundwater is present. Sir, it is invisible to us, but it is present everywhere. This groundwater is present everywhere. under our home and under the roads and under the deserts also. In deserts also, this groundwater is present. Okay, and this is the important fresh water, and it is invisible to us, but it is present everywhere. Isn't it clear? Isn't it, children? Is it clear to you? Yes. And third one we have, that is water table. What is meant by water table? So I will write the definition here. The upper limit of the level level below which the ground is saturated means fulfilled. Andre satrupti agide. I mean saturated means fulfilled. Okay, saturated with water is called water table. Water table antandre sir table mele water irate water table. No sir, like see here, the upper limit level below which the ground is saturated with water. Sir, artha agli sir, what's that? See here, the upper limit level below the ground. See here, suppose this is the ground, children. This is the ground. Okay, floor anta ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ sir, this is the ground, and below this water is saturated. It is below which the ground which is saturated with water. I mean here the water are present. Sir, now taggu todidre sigtavendri sir? Yes, some amount of soil is there, but that is mixed with a saturated or a filled water, and that soil is filled with water, and this is the up to water table. See here, and this area is called as water table. Are you getting my point? Suppose below the ground this area is filled with or saturated with water, and that area is called as water table, children. Ground ಕೆಳಗಡೆನೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್. ಮತ್ತೆ it is water, sorry, ground water ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ರಿ ಸರ್, ಅದೇದ್ರಿ. Yes, exactly below the water table the ground water is present. Here the ground water or else ground water. Is it clear, children? What is water table? That is the upper limit level below which ground is. The upper lower limit below the ground is saturated with water, isn't it? And this area is saturated with water, and that area is called as, children, water table. But one more important thing is the groundwater is below the water table. Concentrate, and this is the very important topic. The groundwater is present below the water table. Okay, so we can see that in summer this water level or a water table level will be decreased. Sir, summer means basically reason. In summer there is a decrease in the water table. Yakri sir? Because of rain kadime agirtada, isn't it? For that purpose, in the summer the water table is decreases. The water table is decreases, but in monsoon the water table is increased. Isn't it, children? That is, this area is called as water table. In summer the fluctuate ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ತದ್ರಿ sir by season wise, and in summer the water level in the water table is decreased, and in the monsoon the water level is increased because of rain ಬರ್ತಿರ್ತ sir. Okay, for that reason water level is increased. Is it clear, children? Isn't it? Is it? Yeah. Then next important term we have, that is infiltration. This is a important form, infiltration. What is infiltration? Sir, filtration, we know that is filtration, filter madas. Exactly same word. It is, I will write it here. The process of water seeping. The process of water seeping into the ground, is called infiltration. What's that infiltration? See here, the process of water seeping. Seeping means flowing. Seeping means flowing. Okay, source of anta karitivalri, seeping or moving, seeping into the ground. For example, see here, suppose rain edru mele bilte sir, ground mele, the rain will fall on the ground. Okay, these are the water droplets. Assume that these are the water droplets of rain, and this water is, and these water droplets are seeping. Isn't it? They will seep or they will flow into the water table under the ground. Isn't it? That water flowing into the ground, that is called as infiltration. Is it clear, children? This is very easy. Okay, this is a one more topic. It is infiltration. Infiltration is nothing but the process of water seeping into the water or a ground or a water table. Is it clear? Yes. And the fourth important point we have, that is factors that lead to the depletion of water table. What is that, sir? Depletion antandre artha agilla sir. What's mean by depletion? I mean, that is the water in the water table. I have told you that is the water in the water table are decreasing. Sir, ಇವಾಗ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ ಸರ್, ಮಾನ್ಸೂನ್ ರೇನ್ಯಾಗ ಮಾನ್ಸೂನ್ ಡೇಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಮಾನ್ಸೂನ್ ಸೀಸನ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ರಿ ಸರ್. ಯಾ, ಬಟ್ nowadays in a monsoon season only this water table is decreasing. Isn't it? Why? Because of no rain. And some reasons are there. What are the factors that affecting the water table? And this water is, sir, for example, we can say that sir, borewell ಹಾಕಿದ್ವಿ sir, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಫೀಟ್ ಹೊಡೆದ್ವಿ sir, ನೀರೇ ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ sir. We will tell like that, no? Sir, ನಮ್ಮ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಒಳಗ borewell ಹಾಕ್ಲಕತ್ತಿದ್ವಿ sir, sir ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಹೊಡೆದ್ವಿ sir, ಬರಲೇ ಇಲ್ರಿ. Why? Because there is no water in the groundwater and as well as no water in the water table, and water table and the groundwater is decreasing the level of water. Why? Because there are some factors, so I will write it here. What are those factors? First one is increasing population, and this is the fourth point, children. Assume that. Okay, what are the factors that lead to depletion of water table? That is, first one is increasing population. Increasing population. Sir, increasing population adra neeran kadime, because sir population ಹೆಚ್ಚಾದಂಗೆ sir water ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. I have told you only 0.06% of, sorry, 0.006% of water is available on the earth to consume, but here the population is increasing, and that is the main factor for the depletion of water table. Sir, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಜನ ಆದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬೋರ್ವೆಲ್ ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ ಸರ್. ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬೋರ್ವೆಲ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ ನೀರು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತವೆ ಸರ್. There is a decrease in the water table and the groundwater, isn't it? Yeah. And second one we have, that is deforestation. Deforestation. Yes, deforestation and rapid increase of factories. Okay. Rapid increase of industries. Okay, industries. So I have written only 3 factors. Assume that increasing population. Sir, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಜನ, population ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕತ್ತದ್ರಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ sir, we will put more borewells and we want more land. Okay, we want more land. Sir, ಬದುಕಕ ಮನಿ ಕಟ್ಲಕ ಅದು ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ sir, we want more land. For that we will cut the plants. I mean, we will deforestation. We will do deforestation. ಸರ್ ಮನಿ ಬೇಕೈತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಗಿಡ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇರ್ತಾವ ಸರ್, ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮನಿ ಕಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ ಸರ್. Isn't it, children? Yeah. For that purpose, the plants are died. And we also know that is the plants will helpful for rain. Sir, mali barlaka help ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. Why sir? Because of transpiration process, which I have told in the previous examples or a previous class. Transpiration process. Sir, water droplets, okay, and that will evaporate because of sunlight, and that will become a cloud and gives us rain. And more trees are there. Forest means more trees, and that will cut because of more population. And one more important is, for more population we want more jobs. Job ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ sir, ಕೆಲಸ ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ, isn't it? For that purpose there is a rapid increase of industries. Industries ಹಾಕಿ ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ sir, ಅಲ್ಲಿ deforestation ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ sir, isn't it? And at that place the population will go. And these are the 3 factors that will affect on the depletion of water. For that purpose industries want more water, isn't it, children? And so that the water table is decreasing nowadays. Is it clear, children? So, and next point, important point we have, that is water management. We know that is these are the factors which will affect on the depletion of water table. And how to manage the water resource, or water management is nothing but how we will control the water resource from nowadays only. Sir, ivattinintane how we have to control water resource. For example, sir, so I will give you one example, that is, so plant more trees. Plant more trees. Sir, this is a water management first point. And taking or new techniques to agriculture. Sir, agriculture ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ new techniques. Irrigation somewhat is there. Okay, these are the techniques and these are the methods to develop or control the water depletion. Are you getting my point? And today's homework for you, that is, you have to write 1 point on water management. Homework for you, that is 1 point on water management. How you will manage the water resource, how you will control the water resource. Yak control madbekri sir? Because that is depleting, that is the water level is decreasing for these factors. Are you getting my point? So that, children, how you will manage this water resource. Okay, what you will do I don't know sir. Brush ಮಾಡವತ್ತಿಗೆ ನಳ ಬಂದ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ, those are the simple things, and that one you have to comment me in the comment section, or else in the send it to my personal WhatsApp number. and this is the homework for you, and how you will manage the water resource. Okay, children, and in today's session we have discussed about availability water on the earth. That is only little bit amount of water is present for our wealth. Then second one is different forms of water, solid, liquid and gaseous form. And we have also know that is groundwater, what is meant by groundwater and what is meant by water table. And also we have studied that is factors that lead to depletion of water table. And these are the factors that are depletion, that are effects on the depletion of water table. And fourth one we have water management. Okay, so I have given you one hint, that is, so planting more trees may manage the water resource. Okay, so you have to comment me in the comment section how you will manage the water resource. Okay, children, by this I will conclude my today's session. If any doubt, ask me in the comment section or else in the personal WhatsApp group. And thank you for watching my video. Love you, children.